WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 11.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Rain-X. The Illinois Supreme Court is weighing whether Amazon must pay warehouse workers for time spent in mandatory COVID screenings during the pandemic. The case could determine whether Illinois wage law offers broader worker protections than federal standards, with Attorney General Kwame Raoul backing the employees. County clerks across Illinois are warning voters that a new Postal Service policy could affect voting by mail. Ballots must now be postmarked at a distribution center, prompting officials to urge voters to return mail ballots as early as possible. The Illinois Department on Aging has released a new plan to address the needs of older adults and caregivers statewide. The Engaging Illinois initiative was created by Governor J.B. Pritzker and comes as the state's over 65 population is projected to grow by 40% by 2035. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Rain-X. The Illinois Department on Aging has released a new plan to address the needs of older adults and caregivers statewide. The Engaging Illinois initiative was created by Governor J.B. Pritzker and comes as the state's over 65 population is projected to grow by 40% by 2035. The Illinois Supreme Court is weighing whether Amazon must pay warehouse workers for time spent in mandatory COVID screenings during the pandemic. The case could determine whether Illinois wage law offers broader worker protections than federal standards, with Attorney General Kwame Raoul backing the employees. County clerks across Illinois are warning voters that a new Postal Service policy could affect voting by mail. Ballots must now be postmarked at a distribution center, prompting officials to urge voters to return mail ballots as early as possible. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know you can't cook. You're not one of those people who say that they can, but when people come over for dinner, they find out the hard way, you can't. You can't even microwave popcorn, and that's literally just one button. Plus, measuring and patience are huge parts of cooking, and that's just not you. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade. Today, snow before noon, then a chance of snow showers. Cloudy with a high near 35. Gusty winds up to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, a chance of snow showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 13. It feels like 1. Currently, it is 30 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades. and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the...
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding the unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN AM 1410. We're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the listeners, the community, the Fox River Valley area. Happy Friday today. And let me tell you, folks, it's going to be a foodie Friday. We've got some great guests here who are in the studio with us. But before we get into our interview today, we want to wish everyone a very happy Friday. We're getting closer to the weekend. It is a little bit overcast. We did have a little bit of a snowfall here. The roads are starting to clear up a little bit, starting to melt. But again, I know that it's definitely going to be getting a little bit chillier this weekend. So just make sure that you are prepared for that. I'm your host, Matt McNeil, taking you out to lunch for this 11 o'clock hour. We hope you're enjoying this morning so far here. Of course, you can tune in on that AM 1410 dial. You can listen through our website at WRMN1410.com. Or, of course, don't forget, you can also watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/WRMN radio. If you want to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell, you can always keep yourself up to date and in the loop with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. And of course, you can trust your health to excellence with St. Joseph Hospital, a member of Prime Healthcare and the sponsor for today's show, Out to Lunch. Visit their website for more info at stjosephelgin.com. Now, it is a Friday. Maybe you are looking forward to some fun weekend activities or even things that are sprawled throughout the week, right? It is a Friday, and I am calling this a Foodie Friday here today because, folks, we've got an exciting event that's coming up here, a week-long event that is in the heart of downtown Geneva, the beautiful downtown Geneva, which is always hopping when it comes to local small businesses and organizations that give you high-quality service. And today we've got Alyssa Reamer, who's a communications coordinator, and also Michael from Stockholm's Brew Pub. Many of you remember Stockholm's Brew Pub here on WRMN, the previous radio shopping show, right? So we've got both of them here in the studio to talk to us about Geneva's Restaurant Week. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. How you doing? You beat the weather here. You were able to get here nice and smoothly, it sounds like.
Yes, my drive, thankfully, was very good, and I was safe on the way here.
There you go. That's good.
Easy as pie coming up from Geneva.
Awesome. Awesome. So if you just want to introduce yourselves a little bit before we get into our little questions.
Yeah, so my name is Alyssa Reamer. I'm the communications coordinator at the Geneva Chamber of Commerce. So I'm kind of the person where if you're looking at our social media, you'll probably see my face. I make a lot of the videos. I help run a lot of our festivals like Swedish Days, which is a very popular one. I send a lot of emails. So if you're emailing the chamber, you might get an email from me. And yeah, that's what I do there.
In addition to being the current chair for the board for the Chamber of Commerce of Geneva, I'm also the owner of Stockholm's. Stockholm's Restaurant and Brewery, and the guy who's responsible for making the beer.
There you go. You can't go wrong with their beer at Stockholm's, especially when you pair it with a nice burger. I like their bacon cheeseburgers.
You know, I have, thank God, because I am licensed to produce my own alcohol.
There you go.
I mean,
yeah,
you can't get much better than that.
Right. Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about this. For listeners who may be hearing about this for the first time, what is Geneva Restaurant Week, and what can people expect from this 9-day event?
Yes, so Geneva Restaurant Week is for everyone who loves food, especially, and who loves supporting local small businesses. It offers 9 days of deals, special promotions. Some restaurants are offering menu items that are only available during Restaurant Week, so it's something that you definitely won't want to miss. Some restaurants are offering prix-fixe menus where it's menus for two at a base price, like Foxfire, for example, for $79.95. It's a menu for two people, and you get 4 courses. So you get an appetizer, a soup or a salad, the main course, and a dessert. So, and a lot of our new restaurants are also participating, which is awesome. So if you're looking to try something, or maybe you want to return to an old favorite that you haven't been to for a while, this is your chance to do it because the prices are the lowest that they will be all year long. Some of our new restaurants that are participating is Mosaic. They have a $39 3-course meal option. A new Brazilian steakhouse is $59 for their full experience. So if you're a meat lover, that is somewhere that you will want to go. And coffee, cones, and Cabernet. If maybe you're not hungry and you want to just warm up, for $9.99 they have a hot chocolate flight, and for $39.99 they have a martini flight. So really, there's just an option for everybody. There's the big meals for lunch and dinner. There's the small meal. Charcuterie is participating, so you get a charcuterie box. Little Traveler Atrium Cafe. There's so much. We have 30 restaurants participating. So
that's fantastic.
Yes.
I love the little Atrium Cafe.
I know, it's
And
so
cute when you go shopping and all the different shops they have, something for everyone, and then you take a little break and you have a little cup of coffee and a little croissant.
Yes. No, they're so amazing.
Yeah.
And the tea is, I'm a tea person. I'm not a coffee person. Sorry, guys.
All right. Hey, that's
but
all right.
yes, their tea is amazing. Their little sandwiches, you'll definitely want to go.
Absolutely. That is fantastic. And you have a beautiful lineup here on genevachamber.com/Restaurant Week participants to show you a little bit, give you a little, pun intended, taste onto what to expect with some of these great places. At Waters in the Harrington, I've been there before. They have phenomenal food. Barrel and Rye is another one that me and my brother go to usually every summer, at least a couple times. Of course, there's quite a few other places that you can enjoy. Ella's Italian Pub, Gia Mia, Hacienda Real. I mean, there's so many different places that are featured, and even some new ones too. So I encourage you to check out this list. You can find it at genevachamber.com/Restaurant Week participants. Now, this year's theme is called Dine on the Nines. Can you explain a little bit on what that means?
We actually have called it Dine on the Nine since the beginning.
Okay, nice.
We started with that idea, the idea being that, one, all the price points are something around $9, $9, $9.95, et cetera, to make it easy for patrons coming in. We don't require any coupons or whatever. It's simply a $9 or thereabouts special that the restaurants put out. Further, it's not just a restaurant week, it's 9 days of a restaurant week. It starts on tomorrow, Saturday the 17th, and runs through the following Sunday, the 25th. So it's for 9 days. So it's 9 days. All of the price points are on the nines, and you don't need any coupons. You don't need to ask for anything special in advance. You don't need to register for anything. We just make it very easy and accommodating for the patrons coming in, and we have done so now for 11 years.
Wow,
and each year it keeps growing and growing with greater participation. As Lisa said, this year we have 30 restaurants participating, our highest count to date.
That is fantastic. Now, would you say that, I don't know about algorithms per se, but do you feel that more restaurants are popping up in Geneva and wanting to participate? Is that why? Newer businesses, would you say?
I would say yes, just because it would definitely get their word out. Like Mosaic just opened a couple months ago now, and then Coffee Cones and Cabernet is very new. So it gets people to come out and try their restaurants that maybe they either haven't heard of those places before, or maybe they've been wanting to try but just haven't taken that step to drive to Geneva. But now they see these amazing deals that they're not going to get for the whole rest of the year, and now they're going to be like, well, now I got to go.
Absolutely.
I got to try these local businesses and support the Geneva economy.
Absolutely. What's great too about the Dine on the Nines is it really puts that $9 or around $9 on a pedestal and says, "Hey, look at my business, look at my restaurant. Come and try it out. Give it a shot. See if you like it." And then what's great too is, of course, it's all local in the downtown Geneva area and in Geneva. So you can even along the way check out other businesses like different crafting stores. And I know there's the shop I always like to go to is the Crystal Shop in downtown Geneva. That one's pretty cool to see all the cool stuff there. Shops that offer vintage items. So along the way, when you're going to these different restaurants, you also interact with other businesses. So it all works together. It all comes back into the community, which I think is fantastic.
The unique thing about the shops in Geneva is they are almost all exclusively individually owned. You're not going to the stores that you can find everywhere else. You can only find that shopping experience, that dining experience in Geneva, which is one of the things that makes us unique.
Absolutely. You can even see it just visually when you're going down the brick road, as I call it, and you just see the businesses look, it doesn't feel so cookie cutter. Everything is so unique in its own way, and it all blends together to make downtown Geneva what it is. It's beautiful. So I always enjoy going to downtown Geneva, especially during the fall time too, with the beautiful colors. Oh my goodness. Now, some of the participating restaurants are giving back to the Northern Illinois Food Bank. Now, why was it important to include a charitable component into this event?
Yeah, so the Geneva Chamber of Commerce is always looking for ways to give back and help our nonprofits in the community. For every event we do try to do a fundraiser for them. And when the Northern Illinois Food Bank reached out for us, or to us, to participate in here, it was a no-brainer. We had to do it. And I think it's nice because I think that will also draw people in. Like, I know I love supporting events or craft fairs or anything like that that has that component where it says, proceeds will donate to said fundraiser. And the Northern Illinois Food Bank is so important to our community. It is one of our members, and as a chamber, we love doing everything we can to support our members. The Northern Illinois Food Bank serves 13 counties, which is amazing. And Kane County is obviously one of them. They have a distribution center in Geneva. And a little fun fact that I found on their website is every dollar donated helps provide $8 worth of groceries. And we have 16 restaurants participating in the partnership.
That's great. That all adds up.
Oh, yes.
Wow,
and
that's fantastic.
They provide 250,000 meals a day. They work with over 900 food pantries, mobile food trucks, and soup kitchens. So imagine how much money that we're going to help raise and donate to the food bank, and how much meals that we're going to help provide just from you guys coming out and supporting Restaurant Week.
That's fantastic. So folks, don't miss out on this opportunity. I know that I don't think people don't need tickets, or do they need any reservations for any of these?
Nothing.
Okay.
Just come on in.
Nice. I love it. So folks, check out this event. It's coming up here, already starting tomorrow. So very exciting. Now, Michael, I want to talk to you a little bit on Stockholm's Brew Pub. Tell us a little bit about what Stockholm's Brew Pub is and why you decided to join in.
Well, Stockholm's Brew Pub is a traditional old-fashioned tavern, but with an upscale menu. We've been around for almost 24 years now, and as I would like to say, I would literally put our food up against anybody's, anywhere, anytime, including them chefs on TV from New York City. But no, we try to approach everything just to give our guests the best experience possible, whether it be our food. Our beers are all unfiltered and naturally conditioned. It's the way beer was in the late 1800s, early 1900s, before a lot of the modern techniques came along. It's back when beer was what you had with your regular meal. And we have 14 of our beers on tap at all times. So you can always find a beer that, one, you will like, and two, that will pair excellently with the meal that you're enjoying. If beer is not your thing, and we certainly understand that there are folks like that, we do have root beer for the little ones, but we also have a full wine and spirit selection as well. And we are just continually named one of the best taverns in the area year after year after year. We really look forward to welcoming our guests that come in, and we have an extremely long tenured staff. 3 in the kitchen have actually been with me since day one, almost 24 years.
That's amazing.
And most of the what is referred to as the front of the house is well north of 10 years.
That's awesome.
I also have to commend you too. I know that you had that fire a couple of years ago too, and you were able to build back up from that as well. You had such great support from the community. I followed along on those Facebook posts on how much the community helped out with that too, and raising awareness.
It truly was amazing. You know, we've always been one to give to the community. Always happy to jump up and help out. But when that fire happened, and I saw how the community stepped up to help Stockholms and my staff, which they're my family. When they stepped up, it really made me look at helping charities out differently. I've never been on the receiving end, the needing end. And it brought a huge new light to what we do at Stockholms and how we interact with our community. And we are so blessed to be in Geneva and so blessed to have the opportunity to help people out like the Northern Illinois Food Bank. So, you know, last year there were only 4 restaurants that participated in a partnership with Northern Illinois Food Bank. And what we do is for every one of our beers that you buy, we donate $1. And last year we were able to donate over $800.
Wow.
Our goal this year is to be well over 1,000. And with what we did last year, we've enticed the other restaurants who are joining in Restaurant Week. And now we have 50%, 16 of the 30 are participating in. So next year we'll twist their arms a little bit, get a little bit more for the Northern Illinois Food Bank.
That is great. Oh my gosh, you've got such a rich history there too. It's so cool to hear those stories as well. Now, of course, many people know about this. You have that monthly specials.
We change the entire back page of the menu every month for month-long specials. So it starts on the first of the month, ends on the last day of the month, and the first of the next month, the whole new menu comes out.
That's
and
exciting.
It's really our experimental page to see what people like, what they really love, and if it's something that is extremely popular, it gets rotated onto the main menu.
There you go. I love that. From my own experience, I love your cheeseburgers with the nice crispy bacon that you have on your burgers too, and you get that thick quality bacon too. It's not like a very thin, tiny piece. You get the nice quality, which I love. So that's from my own experience.
Well, the other thing is we do a custom grind on the burgers themselves.
Okay.
A lot of places will serve an all-natural steak ground burger. But what we do is we have it ground a little bit thicker, which does 2 things. It, one, prevents the packing house from throwing in any fillers.
Okay.
And 2, allows you to cook it to temperature because it is more like a steak. And as a result, you can have one of our burgers and you don't need to dress it up to enjoy the flavor of it.
That's great. I love that. So, folks, if you haven't never been before, check it out. That's 306 West State Street in beautiful downtown Geneva.
Especially during Restaurant Week.
Absolutely.
They're participating.
Yes. And what would you say for someone who's never been to Stockholms and then someone else who's never tried Geneva Restaurant Week? What would you encourage them? What would you say you hope that people can get out of this experience?
I think that the best thing is just to come to Geneva and find out how truly welcoming it is. Of course, love to have you come to Stockholms and have my staff be the ones to introduce you to the town. But it really doesn't matter. Whichever restaurant you go to, whichever store you happen to stumble in, you are going to be welcomed, you're going to be appreciated, and we all are truly thankful for everybody that comes to Geneva. It's a unique place, and we love it.
Yes.
I think you kind of touched on this, Matt, a little bit. But what's nice about Restaurant Week is mainly everything is walkable distance to each other. And so maybe get little quick bites somewhere or get that full meal and then walk somewhere just for a drink, and then you can hit up those little shops and when you're trying to, settle your belly down, which is nice. We do have 2 Rookies is on Kirk Road, and then Hacienda Real is in the Geneva Commons. But again, those are 10 minutes, if even, from downtown Geneva. So everything is super close together. So you can go to so many different places at once, which is awesome.
I love that. So, folks, that's coming up. It's already starting tomorrow. Tomorrow, folks. So check out more information. You can find this at Geneva Restaurant Week on genevachamber.com. That's genevachamber.com/Restaurant Week participants there. Very, very cool. You can read more about those participating restaurants. I have to ask you both, what are some of your favorite places to even go to in Geneva when it comes to food? Or you can even say, what's some of your favorite foods that you enjoy?
Oh, there's so many good ones.
Yeah. But what's something that you really enjoy that's kind of a staple to you, or even if it's just a food item as well?
I do love Livia's pastas, and Livia is participating in Restaurant Week, but I'm not just saying that because of that. I do love their pastas, Little Traveler, as we've kind of touched there, their tea and their little sandwiches, and I'm very excited for their fondue.
Nice.
Giamia is great. Stockholm's. I know my parents love Stockholm's too. They were very excited to hear that I was going to be with Michael for this because they love Stockholm's.
And I believe that you are what you eat. So I purposely try to rotate my dining menu, whether it be beef one day, fish, pastas, salads. And the nice thing about Stockholm's, and I'll give our little plug here, is our menu is so diverse. You can truly eat there 7 days a week and not get tired of anything. So
there's always something,
and you can bring in the whole family. Something from the kids all the way to grandma. Everybody will find something that they like on the menu.
That's great. I love it. And of course, it's such an honor to also, I'm sure, to have a business in downtown Geneva. Downtown Geneva is so it's clean, it's elegant, everything is just so put together. And when you combine it with so many other places around in the Fox River Valley, it all comes together in the community, and each individual place, of course, stands out too. And that's why these participating restaurants and menu options are here for you folks to try out. Check out these businesses, to explore it. Maybe you might try something that you never knew that you would like. And because of Geneva's Restaurant Week, now this is a new food item that I have on my menu list now. So there's always some really cool things to try out. We encourage you, try out different restaurants that maybe you've never done before. Again, there's a lot of places I've never been to before. Mosaic Kitchen and Cocktails looks absolutely beautiful. Levy Italian Eatery as well. There's so many good places. Or if you're looking for a little bit more of the comfort style food, even just Rookies under the Karras Family Restaurants is fantastic as well. So there's a lot of different places that you can go to. Of course, definitely Stockholm's Brew Pub. Check them out. You've got the list there. You've got their spring rolls, smothered chicken, gnocchi, and sausage. That sounds absolutely fantastic. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you folks are too. Thank you both so much for joining us here today on the station.
Our pleasure.
Of course, absolutely. Folks, we're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. So stay tuned for more. You are listening to The Voice of the Valley and the Talk of the Town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a little bit.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Rain-X. The Illinois Supreme Court is weighing whether Amazon must pay warehouse workers for time spent in mandatory COVID screenings during the pandemic. The case could determine whether Illinois wage law offers broader worker protections than federal standards, with Attorney General Kwame Raoul backing the employees. County clerks across Illinois are warning voters that a new Postal Service policy could affect voting by mail. Ballots must now be postmarked at a distribution center, prompting officials to urge voters to return mail ballots as early as possible. The Illinois Department on Aging has released a new plan to address the needs of older adults and caregivers statewide. The Engaging Illinois initiative was created by Governor J.B. Pritzker and comes as the state's over 65 population is projected to grow by 40% by 2035. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The new novel, titled DUI Jury Trial, is the true story of 2 lawyers who defend a truck driver who is charged with DUI. If he's convicted, this truck driver faces a lifetime disqualification of his commercial driver's license, which would prevent him from ever driving a truck again. This 3-year legal battle culminates in a courtroom showdown, which involves the testimony of a DUI expert witness. This book, DUI Jury Trial, is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Are you looking for a way to be creative right now? Have you ever wanted to learn to watercolor paint? You can now do that from the comfort of your own home with Zoom watercolor classes. Get professional instruction from nationally showing artist Victoria Elizabeth. These classes are step-by-step, broken down with easy-to-understand instructions. They are affordable too, at $15 for a 2-hour class. Visit her website at victoriaelizabethart.com to find out more. That's victoriaelizabethart.com.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. Today, a chance of snow before noon, then a chance of snow showers. Cloudy with a high near 35, temperatures falling to around 33 in the afternoon. Tonight, a chance of snow showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 13, temperatures rising to around 16 overnight. Currently, it is 32 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. We're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Go on out and support these local businesses participating in the Geneva's Restaurant Week. Thank you again to Alyssa and Michael for coming onto the air with us today to talk with us a bit about the much anticipated Geneva Restaurant Week. It is starting tomorrow, so folks, don't miss out on these great opportunities to check out these local businesses. They are here for you, the community. They're going to give you that excellent service tailored to your needs and also tailored to your taste buds. Folks, let me tell you, there are some really great restaurants in the area. Stockholm's Brew Pub, of course, being one of them. And you can check out all of the different dining options on their website. So they have a list of what to find for bakeries, coffee and tea, sweets and treats, deli and carryout, as well as different restaurants, pubs, wineries, outdoor dining, and also meetings and events too on their main dining section. That is on GenevaChamber.com's website. Participating restaurants and menus are available. Geneva Chamber of Commerce is pleased to highlight these culinary excellence by offering the Geneva Restaurant Week, 9 days of delicious discounted dining at some of Geneva's finest restaurants. That's Dine on the Nines. They've been around for 11 years. How exciting is that? So check them out for more information. That is GenevaChamber.com /Restaurant Week participants. Lots of cool stuff that you can enjoy. You can make a week of it. That's January 17th through till the 25th. Now, of course, with that being said, I think it's good to take a look at the weather and see what that week is going to be. Also, just in general, so you know exactly what's going on for coming up this weekend for the weather and temperatures and also into next week. So today is pretty much overcast. We're seeing that high of 36. This 36-degree high is pretty much the last one, the little taste that we're getting here before we get into chillier temperatures pretty much for the rest of this month. This is the warmest it's going to be. Coming up tonight's going to be a low of 10 degrees. Tomorrow is the start of Geneva's Restaurant Week. It is going to be more clouds than sun, a high of 15 degrees. It's going to be very chilly, but still go outside and enjoy these great places. And really, you go outside so you can go inside to enjoy these restaurants. We are going to be seeing overcast for Saturday night with a low of 7 degrees. Very cold, of course. For Sunday, the 18th, we see a high of 17, chance of snow predicted about 40% with a low of -1 degree coming up with some higher wind gusts possible. Monday morning starts off here a high of only 6 degrees, a bitter cold morning, but partly cloudy, which means, we could be seeing some more sun. We could be seeing more sun that day. Some clouds early are going to give a little way to generally clear conditions overnight with a low of 0, which means it's probably going to feel more like in the negatives, or we could even get into the negative temperatures. Tuesday the 20th is a high of 20 with a low of 17, sunshine in the morning, followed by mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon. Pretty much cloudy throughout the whole day for Wednesday the 21st. A high of 24 is in that forecast with a low of 12 degrees. Thursday rolls around, we see a high of 23, intervals of clouds and sunshine with a low of 13. And finally, for Friday, a week from today, it's January 23rd. We are past that halfway mark here already, or really kind of in the middle. Actually, not kind of. We are in the middle of January here, starting off, continuing on really our new year here, 2026. We see a high of 27, cloudier skies for Friday with mostly cloudy skies and some snow flurries. Coming up here about half an inch, that's a low of 15 degrees coming up next Friday, a week from today. So that's what we're seeing for the weather and temperatures for the rest of this week and also into next week. This show, Out to Lunch, is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. They have their highly skilled orthopedic and spine specialists providing advanced treatments for joint, bone, and back conditions, all with a personalized approach designed to get you moving again. So if you are looking for that expert orthopedic and spine care close to home, St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin is here for you. Whether it's hip or knee pain, sports injuries, or complex spine issues, they use the latest technology to help you out with that, to help you to heal faster, get back to those activities that you love. And that's not all. They have their comprehensive rehabilitation services, meaning you'll have expert support every step of the way, from surgery through recovery. So trust your health to excellence and trust St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, a proud member of Prime Healthcare. Call today at 847-931-5525 or visit stjosephelgin.com to learn more and to schedule your appointment. So as always, thank you so much to St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. Let's see what else we have going on here, too. Of course, let's see what the National Day calendar might entice us with some fun things to celebrate, recognize, and enjoy. So we have here, it is National Fig Newton Day. Now, you know what? Fig Newton happens to be quite a delicious choice. I actually do enjoy Fig Newtons. I know sometimes there are people who don't enjoy it. It's kind of like, eh. Remember growing up in school, a lot of kids in my class did not enjoy those Fig Newtons. However, I did. It's a nice pastry that's enjoyed across the country, though. Whether you enjoy the Fig Newtons or would prefer a different pastry dessert, stick around and learn a few things. And you can find that at nationaldaycalendar.com. So it goes into a little bit of detail on the history on that, so you can find that more on the nationaldaycalendar.com. Some other things that are recognized today, it is National Religious Freedom Day today, commemorating the day that Virginia's statute for religious freedom was signed on this day back in 1786 by presidential proclamation. January 16th is normally declared Religious Freedom Day. Thomas Jefferson's landmark statute became the basis for Congressman Fisher Ames's establishment clause of the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. The First Freedom Center in Richmond, Virginia, commemorates this day by holding an annual First Freedom Award banquet. This guarantees the fundamental freedom to openly practice one's faith without the fear of being harassed, jailed, or even killed. Additionally, under this, each person may freely change their religion without retribution. In the United States, people of different faiths have equal rights to practice their religion. So that is a day recognized today. So there's a couple other days that you can also find as well, too. National Nothing Day is recognized today. People across the nation recognize this. National Nothing Day was created as a day to provide Americans with one national day when they can just sit. I guess it's do nothing. This is observing. Really what it is just a day to observe or honor anything, right? You can honor anything that you like. National Day calendar only reports the days. Sometimes they may contradict themselves. This National Day can be about really nothing, or you can make it nothing out of something, or make it about anything and everything, right? So it's kind of a free-for-all day, right? It's National Free-for-All Day today. So those are recognized on the National Day calendar and nationaltoday.com. I know it's also Pizza Week. We talked a little bit about that during the Talk Time with Tammy and Friends segment as well. So, of course, you can get some good pizza at local restaurants. I do enjoy a nice Village Pizza. Danny's on Douglas always has some great pizza, too. If you want to add a little bit of a kick to it, you can add even some nice little spicy peppers to it and, enjoy some nice beers that are featured, or encourage you to check out Stockholm's Brew Pub. We just had Michael in with us to talk about Stockholm's Brew Pub. You can view their website at stockholmsbrewpub.com. I think it's .com. Yes, .com. Sometimes I get the .com and .org a little bit mixed up there. So there's some great things that are coming up here too. Yesterday we did talk during Out to Lunch a little bit, and also Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. Dennis Sonor Green came in and talked with us about the new nightly lineup, which is very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be listening to those for sure. And I wanted to tell you a little bit more about that here just again. So starting at after Voice of Reason, new with Andy Hoosier, there is yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and that starts at 9 o'clock until 9:30. So insurance investigator Johnny Dollar follows lead from coast to coast. What they do is they assemble cases through interviews, evidence, and his, quote, action-packed expense account. Each story mixes sharp narration with procedural detail as Dollar closes in on fraud, murder, and deception. One clue, one receipt, one risky encounter at a time. After that, from that time at the 30 to, what is that? It's a military time. 10 o'clock, 9:30 to 10 o'clock. It's Pat Novak for hire. Makes his living in the rough trades of docks, boats, and bad deals with Inspector Hellman. Never far behind, Novak is pulled into rackets, disappearances, and double crosses when survival depends on the nerve, the timing, and knowing when everyone is lying. Followed by that is The Shadow. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows. That's another show that's coming up. It's that psychological welfare stalking the city, criminals striking from darkness with eerie certainty. Followed by that, it's The Whistler for another 30 minutes, an ominous narrator introducing tales where ordinary lives slip into secrets, guilt, and sudden consequences. Blending in with that is then Suspense. Yes, the show is actually called Suspense. It's radio's premier thriller analogy, delivering stories built on danger, dread, and tightening inevitability. From psychological terror to desperate crimes, each half hour features high-stakes situations, strong performances, and endings that land hard. It's a dark, dramatic way to get some suspense in your life, especially at nighttime. And then finally, starting at 11:30 to 12 o'clock at night, it's Sci-X Fiction with X-1 or Dimension X. Science fiction comes alive with tales of experiments gone wrong, strange worlds, and unsettling discoveries. Each story explores the hazards of ambition and the limits of human control. All of this is going to be a really great time to kind of cuddle up a little bit, on your bed or maybe on the couch. Maybe dim the lights a little bit, get a little spooked later at night. I'm excited for this. I'm looking forward to listening to these. So, again, you get this beautiful, cohesive block that's coming up later at night for the night owls out there. So, thank you to Dennis Sonar Green for putting this together. We're excited to have more coming up with you in just a little bit. Stay tuned. We are at 47 past the hour. We'll take our last time out, and we'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, talking about those local businesses and what's happening here in the Fox River Valley. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
When your car needs trusted care, think All Around Auto Body in Schaumburg. Family owned for over 30 years, they deliver high-quality collision repair and dependable service from start to finish. Call 847-352-3825. They're located at 501 Morse Avenue in Unit D. Get your vehicle back in shape with the experts who care. All Around Auto Body, where your car is treated like family. Call 847-352-3825 today. Proud sponsors of America's First Responders Fest.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Clutter happens, but junk doesn't have to weigh you down. At the Junk Luggers, we're your full-service junk removal and hauling pros, tackling everything from single-item pickups to major cleanouts. We handle the heavy lifting, and with our commitment to the green way, we rehome and recycle to keep your unwanted items out of landfills. So, whether you're clearing out the garage, downsizing, or saying goodbye to old furniture, we make the process eco-friendly and easy. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today. Let's save your space and the planet together.
If your idea of therapy involves a fishing rod, a tree stand, or a campfire, then you need American Outdoors Radio. Host John Cruz speaks your language, whether it's about the best lures, tracking game, or that one buddy who always forgets to bring the beer. John's got the tips to sharpen your aim, the hacks to pack lighter, and the stories to keep you entertained. Again, that's American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz. Saturdays at 7 a.m. on WRMN 1410. Or stream it at WRMN1410.com. Get ready to outfish, outhunt, and outcamp 'em all on American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz.
Welcome back, folks. Excuse me, too. Out to lunch here on WRMN. We still got about 8 minutes left here. So we want to keep you in tune on what's happening here. We'll hop on into what's going on in the Fox River Valley area. So, of course, stay tuned for more here. Up next after this, we're going to be having a best of replay. Our good friend William Pellerinos with Life Experiences with William Pellerinos is feeling a little bit under the weather, so we're going to be doing a good best of replay here for you coming up there as well. So stay tuned for that. Let's see here. What else do we have going on here locally within the Fox River Valley area? Well, of course, you can check out different things that are happening. You can view the different police departments, keep yourself in tune with everything going on there as well. Any different things that are coming up, especially different police and fire departments all around the Fox River Valley area. Of course, we recently just had here Fridays with the Finest, so stay tuned for that. That'll be posted very shortly. It does look like they have an update on a road closure that was recently posted on the Elgin Police Department's Facebook page. There is a roadway that's back open in both directions. There was some eastbound lanes on the National Street Bridge. They were closed as part of the Fire Department, Police Department operations on the Fox River. So at the time, they had asked drivers to avoid the area, but the roadway is back open in both directions right now. So I just wanted to inform you on that. They are still in continuation of search efforts for the missing persons investigation. That is in efforts in the Clock Tower Plaza area. Updates will be provided when police and fire personnel have cleared the area. So they're just giving you some updates on that too. If you do happen to see some heavier more police cars in that area, it's because they're still on the search there. So just be aware of that. But thank you to the Elgin Police Department, of course, for all that you do for the community and keeping our community safe. So check out more information that is on, again, Elgin Police Department, or go to their website. That's the elginil.gov website to reach out for more information. Let's see some other things that are going on here, too. Geneva Chamber of Commerce and Tourism recently posted just 10 minutes ago. Join them alongside the Batavia and St. Charles Chambers for the Tri-City Chamber Networking event. This is coming up in February. It's February 18th, and it's called the Great Winter Mixer. Now, this is going to be featured at the Revelry 675 at 675 South River Street in Batavia. Now, this is a free event to attend. No registration is required. They do have a cash bar that'll be there, but credit cards only. And then they're also going to be having complimentary bites. So this is a Tri-City Chamber networking event. It's free to attend. They're going to have some great opportunities for you to reach out and check out different, businesses and organizations. They're also going to be collecting items for their featured nonprofit Tri-City Health Partnership. So you could be able to get some things, including, they're looking for toiletries, feminine hygiene products, non-perishable foods, and more. Even gift cards that you can donate to them too. So again, they are collecting to support their nonprofit partner, Tri-City Health Partnership. So don't miss this opportunity to cross-network, make new connections, kick off the year with professionals, and they are from across the Tri-Cities. So that was recently posted and shared. That's on the Geneva Chamber of Commerce and Tourism's Facebook page. Some other things here as well, recently shared by the Rouse Center for the Arts and reposted by the Algonquin and Lake in the Hills Chamber of Commerce. A new lease on life for Rouse Center for the Arts. After weathering more than a year of challenges, Rouse Center is turning the page and rebuilding for the future. With a new long-term lease secured and renewed stability, they're focused on what matters most, and that's bringing those vibrant art programming back to the downtown Crystal Lake and serving the community. So they want to thank everyone who was out there supporting them, partners, artists, and those audience who never stop believing. So if you want to read that full story, you can find it. That's posted onto shawlocal.com. Let's see some other things here as well. City of Elgin recently released a press release, so I do want to read through this one for you. City of Elgin, this is for immediate release, so thank you to the City of Elgin for sending this out. The City of Elgin announces a $600,000 state grant award for Channing Park refurbishments. The project will modernize playgrounds, improve accessibility, and expand recreational opportunities for East Side residents. The City of Elgin is proud to announce it has secured a $600,000 Open Space Land Acquisition and Development, or OSLAD, grant to help fund major improvements to Channing Park, a neighborhood park located adjacent to Channing Memorial Elementary School on Elgin's east side. The planned Channing Park refurbishments project will invest in upgrades that will make the park safer, more accessible, and more enjoyable for children, families, and residents of all ages. With an estimated total project cost of $2.5 million, the grant will cover nearly a quarter of the total cost. The refurbishment project will include modern playground equipment, updated park amenities, and enhancement designed to improve overall access and ADA accessibility throughout the park. Planned improvements include as follows: replacement of the existing playground equipment with new age-appropriate structures for ages 2 to 5 and 5 to 12. Also, the replacement of the existing shelter with a larger shelter and new picnic tables. Included in this is also a new accessible game area, new ADA-compliant pathways to access the existing soccer field, drainage improvements at the soccer field, refurbishment of one existing tennis court, including new pickleball lines, conversion of one tennis court into a futsal court, and a new park access point from Rugby Place. Jen Hermanson, Parks and Recreation Director, said, quote, "This $600,000 OSLAD investment is a meaningful commitment to Elgin's neighborhoods. Improvements at Channing Park will strengthen the space and ensure it continues to be a safe, welcoming place for families to gather and play and stay active for years." Construction is anticipated to begin in the spring of 2027 and will be completed within the same year. Additional project details and anticipated timelines will be available as planning and design move forward. Read more about this on the communications at cityofelgin.org if you subscribe to their newsletter. Thank you to the City of Elgin for sending out this press release. And we here at WRMN want to ensure that we always keep you in tune with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. Up next, we have, of course, the Life Experiences with William Pellerinos and more coming your way. Stay tuned and have a wonderful rest of your day and a fantastic weekend. And above all, if anything you can do is to be kind. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.